House organization advises King's men against joining Fulani organized protest against Tinubu. Reminds youth such was forbidden under Buhari. The group, which made the allegation in a statement dated July 9th and signed by Kauthum Alumbe Jitami, warned all Hausa youth across Nigeria against participating in the alleged planned protest, asking Hausa youth to be wary and vigilant of the plot. A Hausa socio-cultural group under the umbrella of Hausawa Sansa Development Association (HTDA) has raised an alarm, alleging that some Fulani people are plotting to instigate protests against against President Bola Tinubu's government. The group, which made the allegation in a statement dated July 9th and signed by Khartoum Alumbejitami, warned all outside youth across Nigeria against participating in their larger planned protests, asking Hausa youth to be wary and vigilant of a plot. The statement read, and I quote, "By this call, the youth are enjoined to shun every entreaties at them to join in the protest. This is so because the motive is self, because the Fulanis are not the ones in control of power at the presidency now. It was the same tactic they employed to ruin the then government of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan and to bring Buhari to power. Over 7 million of Hausa were killed, were murdered within the 8 years rule of Buhari. They forbid protest against Buhari's when Nigerians genuinely called for it. Citing Islam, it was un-Islamic to protest against a government or its leaders. Has the same Islam now permitted protest against a government? This we must not forget. The Hausawa Sansa is hereby disassociating itself from this protest in all its ramifications. That they want to use hunger in the land and LGBTQ as a basis for the protest is hypocritical because it was the unabating attacks on farms and farmers that caused food shortages. We have nothing to do with it whatsoever. We are calling on all native nationalities of Nigeria to similarly dissociate themselves from these evil plans against our dear native land. We once again pledge our loyalty to the federal government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and pray for God's guidance and protection over him, his family, and the government of Nigeria. We equally pray for the Chief of Defense Staff and teams of his military for more wins on their side as they tackle terrorism, banditry, and all manner of felony against the Nigerian state. We pray for the peace and well-being of Nigerians. Sahara Reporters recently reported that the former federal lawmaker and human rights activist Senator Shehu Sani has alleged that there were plans by northern political forces to use former President Muhammadu Buhari to undermine the government of President Tinubu. During an interview with Arise News television, Sani alleged that there are indications of a political realignment underway in the north, aimed at mobilizing support against President Tinubu's government. He claimed that certain political forces are seeking to exploit President Buhari's influence at a rallying point to galvanize opposition and potentially destabilize the current administration. Sani said it is a tradition, a culture, a norm, or a ritual that each time you have a Salah celebration, prominent people do visit the former president of this country, but I must clear the air by making a point. First of all, there is evidence of rallying of forces, regrouping of political forces from the north, trying to use former President Buhari as a rally point in order to evict the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't care. Look, this thing is... I don't care at this point. Nobody cares. Okay? Nobody cares. Who is this guy? What's this man's name? Showore has been talking about revolution. And recently he came out again and said this particular government will make it very easier. You cannot beat a child and expect that child not to cry. We cannot be sitting and looking at these people and be saying pray for them. We are done with all that crap. Yeah, we are done. There are situations where you need to confront head on. We are no longer slaves. For goodness sakes, we are not supposed to be slaves in our own land. We're during the colonization and all of that, during the slave trade, all of that. Yes, we were slaves, but now we cannot be kept, we We cannot be continually be treated like slaves when we are in our own land by our own people. It is not possible. This is not by a plot. If you like, call it a plot by what's it called? What's it called? President against President Jonathan. And I didn't use and remove that man now. Like they now came in and turned and scattered everywhere and turned it upside. I don't care. Nigerians do not care. And it's like they're realizing it. Instead of these people to tell the government to man up, they are telling us not to protest. Oh goodness. These people, eh? Ah, if these people are children, well, they collect beating all the time. Kilo day. You do not tell your government to man up like every other person is doing. Most of the politicians are coming out and saying, "Na fear the men they talk." Make I tell you, not say again. Na fear they make them come outside. They talk say, "Hey, make una do this thing. Make una put body. Oh, these people they no go get patience, so they get patience una for a very long time. Do you understand? They don't get patience. Make una do something. You then go so enter street. You see wetin they happen for." You are coming outside selling your native people and you're calling on it. See, please leave all native people. If people decide that if people are not going to join, no problem. Now, this same method of divide and rule, now they won't do. They have groups and they have called on members of other groups. That is what is happening. They don't call on members of other geopolitical zones. You see, they don't know what's they happen. These people know what they are doing. They are sensing that these people called Nigerians, the way they use quiet, say, then they plan something. Normally, for they don't say, see, they for Kenya, they don't they hear. They know, they don't they hear them small. Now you make them come outside the talk, say, you people should not do it now. See, whether you chicken out or not, this thing, it cannot be held. Just like you cannot cover the truth for so long. But the people don't brainwash their people, and there go worst. All this time when they talk, me they no follow that is against Islam. My dear, if you check and well, nothing against anybody. Now just brainwash. Yes, I'm sorry I have to sound it like this. If you check Islam, even for Bible, if you check and well, you have to do certain things by yourself. It is not by coming out to say, God will help. God will help. There are 10 times you have to do some things by yourself. We have to start holding these people. And I've told you people, these people that are enjoying good government, that their government, we refer to them as advanced government. How do you think they got the revolution? By sitting down, folding their arms and praying to God? Come on. Even though they're using God with trust, I tell you, America is built on people that came out and fought for the right of America. And so is other developed countries. So it is we either decide now. You see that you go back, we remain a cake, or we take our country. I don't talk my own, no. Anybody will get here, make it here. Right on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.